Hello everyone, it's Cindy from Stamped with Aloha. Today I'm going to be working with the June 2023 paper pumpkin kit called Welcome In. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this is what this June paper pumpkin kit looked like. It had all the supplies to create these 3 cards. So when it came to making alternate cards for this particular kit, I kind of had a challenge because I really love this card. I think this card is really pretty, and so I didn't want to change it at all. So what I did is I went into my paper pumpkin kit and I pulled all the pieces that I would need to make this card 2 more times, and I put them to the side. And that way, when I worked on alternate cards, I wouldn't mess up any of the pieces and I would still be able to complete 2 more of those cards. So for my alternate project today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I took supplies from both of these cards and made a bigger fun fold card. And so that's what we're going to work on today. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull those 2 card bases I'm going to be working with. Now this one is good, it's ready to go, so I'll put that to the side. But this blue one, I'm going to actually crop it down. We're going to take off 2 inches of it, and then we're going to reuse those 2 inches on the card, so nothing will go to waste. So I'm going to stick it in my trimmer. I'm going to line this up at 2 inches, and then I'm going to cut it. Okay, so as you can see by placing this 2-inch strip on here, we are going to add another layer. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take an embossing folder. So I'm going to use this embossing folder here, and I'm going to place this piece inside the embossing folder, and then I'm going to go ahead and add texture using my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, I ran that through the machine, so now I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to add adhesive to the back, and I'm going to attach this strip onto the front of the card. For the next step, we're going to take this card base here. This is so pretty with all the flowers, and I'm going to turn it in this direction, okay? I'm going to open it up and I'm going to lay it on the table. Then I'm going to turn the blue card over and I'm going to place adhesive on the back of the blue card. Okay? And then I'm going to take the blue card base and I'm going to attach it into the inside of the printed card base. Okay, so now you can see how we are going to have a fun fold card, because now our 2 cards have become 1 card like this. Now have a bone folder handy so that you can crease it, and it'll help it to stay nice and flat while you're working with it. Okay, so now we want to add the extra pieces. So the pieces that you want to pull from your paper pumpkin kit are one of these frames, and one of these frames here, and then this banner, and then this piece here. Now, you could also pull one of these, and I'll show you in a minute where you could attach it to this card, but I chose not to do that, again, because I love this first card so much that I wanted to have enough pieces that I could recreate this card. So you'll notice that nothing that was on this card is on the alternate cards, and everything that I pulled came off of these 2 cards here. Okay? All right, so what we're going to start with is the front of the card, and so that's going to be this pretty piece right here. Okay, and this is going to be really simple. We are going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals and we're going to place dimensionals behind here, and we're going to glue this to the front of the card. Now your kit, the paper pumpkin kit, does come with foam strips like this. I'm used to using the dimensionals, so I'm going to save those foam strips for something else, and I'm going to grab my dimensionals and add them to the front of the card. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to center this onto the front of the card. Okay, now we are going to add the vase, and again, I'm just going to simply flip this over, add my dimensionals to the back, and then glue this on like this. Okay, isn't that pretty? All right, for the next step, I wanted to make a thank you friendship card. So we're gonna take this big strip here, and then I have the stamp that came in the stamp set that says friend. Now, again, your kit comes with a Night of Navy ink spot. I have my Night of Navy pad here, so I'm gonna just be using my full-size pad. And then I'm gonna take and I'm going to stamp that right on the strip. Okay. For the next step, I'm going to take some paper snips, and I'm just going to create a little flag on the end here by cutting into the center and then cutting back. Then I'm going to add some glue to the back, and I'm going to mount this onto the neck of the vase. All right, so this kit came with embellishments, so I'm going to next take 3 embellishments and place them on the front of the card. Okay, so the front of the card is done, and now we are ready to do some stamping for the inside of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and take another one of these shapes, and then I'm going to stamp it with the sentiment that says, "Thanks for your hospitality." So let me ink that up with my navy ink, and I'm going to stamp that right in the center. And then I'm going to take this flower image that comes in the kit. I'm going to ink that up with my navy ink, and I'm going to just stamp a flower here, ink it up again, stamp another flower here, and then I'm going to stamp a second generation flower like that. For this next one, we are going to place this on this layer here, okay? And so we want to just match it up, or line it up so that it's going to be hidden underneath this first panel. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to line it up. So I'm going to go ahead and place this in the center. Okay, and another way you could have done it is you could have put this one down first and then put your top piece on. But since these are both centered right in the middle of the card, it's pretty easy to just eyeball it, and they should line up just perfectly. Okay, so we've got the front of the card done, we've got the inside message done, and then when you open it up, now you have a nice white space to create a long message. This would also be great for a group card as well. So this was the point I was telling you that if you wanted, you could use this frame, or we also have this amazing die set that you could purchase and you could cut your own frame. But if you put some type of a framing on the inside, you could even use one of the vases. This is one of the stamps that comes in this kit, and you could decorate the inside just like that. This now provides a framed space where you would write a smaller, shorter message, which some of us like to do. So, but because I'm gonna save these for another card, for right now, I'm gonna just leave it plain, and then it'll be up to you to do whatever you want with your own card. But anyway, I know this was really simple, but this is my only alternate project that I created with this kit, again, because I really, really loved how these cards looked. So let's take one last look at them. And I'm going to show you one more thing. Okay, so here is the cards I made using the June paper pumpkin kit. And then another fun thing about this kit is it has really, really pretty envelopes as well. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video today. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this alternative card from the June paper pumpkin kit. I had a lot of fun sharing this idea with you, and I hope that it has inspired your creativity. I hope that you'll come back and stamp with me again real soon. Until then, aloha.